Hey everybody, it's CJ, live from the Hive Saturday. So originally I was going to do the flip block card, but that didn't work. So, sorry, trying to play with my phone. So I switched the idea because I could not get the flip block to work. For some reason, when I downsized it from the large scrapbook page down to the card, the lock mechanism was not working to fit the card when I opened it. So I switched my design. You're going to love this. I am doing a one sheet wonder. What is a one sheet wonder? This is so cool. So you take a piece of paper and you cut it into shapes. And from those shapes, you can make a bunch of cards. It's a great way to, if you aren't creative on your backgrounds, this is a great jumping point for your card bases. I normally use these on the A2 cards, which are 4 by 5.5. And there's two different types of one sheet wonders. And I'm going to flip the screen down to my desktop so I can start showing you what I got. This is so cool. You're going to love this. Okay, so there's my desktop. And the first one is the 6x6 paper. So on a 6x6 paper, these are the shapes that you would cut out. I have the measurements here. If you need them, I can post them later in the comments or in the description on the video later. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with an extra piece here. You can do 8 cards, but you can mix and match these and make a couple of cards. You can make 4 cards and mix and match the shapes and pieces. This is a cool one. So you cut it out here, but when you turn it over, it's this great paper. Look at that. It's got some nice kitschy pink in there, which is a popular color right now from Tim Holtz. This is a glitter paper. It's so fun. I am not using this one. I'm not cutting this out. I wanted to show you this one. The other one is the 12 by 12 paper, which makes you 14 cards. You got to check this out. So this is this paper. I love this. So one of my big things about making cards and any crafts is I hate waste. And my number one sentence is saving paper. I will mumble it to myself. I will tell it to my husband and my children. I love saving paper. So from one 12 by 12 sheet of paper, I can make 14 cards. And if you see this little piece right here, can you see that? You could. This little black mark right there is the only waste on this whole paper. If you are here live with me, say something in the chat so I can respond. I like to know who's here. I know I have a couple of followers that catch my videos after the fact. Hello to you. I know who you are. I like stalkers. So anyways, so this is really cool. This is 14 cards out of one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So for 79 cents, you have the base for 14 cards, because that's kind of what the average cost of paper is. I just did this one on white to show you so you could really see the how the sizes are with just that much scrap. Isn't that awesome? That's awesome. Okay, so I had one that I pre-cut. I want to show you what it looks like when it's cut. For my card bases, you can purchase card bases in packages at the hobby stores, or you can make your own. One 8.5 by 11 paper will make you 2 cards. So 7 sheets of paper is 14 cards plus your card bases. If you buy design pieces and embellishments or ephemera to decorate your cards, you'll spend a little bit more, but for like $15, you can make 14 cards. I cut them out of pink because this is the colors I'm going with. I am not making Valentine's cards, but I just, for some reason, I'm liking pink today. Oh, here's a funny for you. I had a nail party for my Nail Street nails. Ta-da! This is the Valentine's set. And they did a Q&A on the video of what does CJ like? So let me tell you what I like. I drink decaf coffee because it helps keep me regular. I'm old. I do not drink wine or beer, which was the first question. I don't have a preference for wine or beer. My favorite color is brown because I like anything steampunk. Let's see what else. My favorite place to be is the mountains, not the beach. I am not giving away any passwords because I'm not that stupid. Let's see, what else? It was brown mountains. Oh, what is your favorite color street nails? My favorite color street nails is, right now, it's a toss-up. So I really like bloody orange, but I also seem to like whatever nail I'm wearing. So I like all kinds of, I love these color street nails. They are so fun. Okay, I am showing you these, how they were laid out, sort of, on the paper. Isn't this awesome? Check this out. This is so pretty. So when I'm using these pieces as backgrounds and bases on my cards, there you go. That's one 12 by 12 sheet. It's probably like this way. You can do two things. You can mat them, or you can just put them straight up on your card like this. Depending on what I'm doing, I like both. I do prefer the mat. It does give a nice finished look to the cards, but look at this. Isn't this pretty? 14 cards. Okay, let's put these up here. So now comes the fun part. So I have some fairies. I'm going to make a pack of fairy cards. Now, if you're wondering, what is CJ doing on Tuesday? Tuesday, I am going to make the envelope that you can use to either gift or store these cards when you're not sending them. This is a pocket envelope with a belly band holder. The way it works is this slides off, and it has room when you open it for all your cards. Some of these cards that are in here were made with one sheet wonders when I first started making cards. These are also by chance fairies. So fun. So you can put 8 to 10 cards in one of these pockets, maybe more. But my project that you'll watch on Tuesday, I'm not going to do it live. I'm going to do the video and post it. But this will be my Tuesday project that you can watch. So you can make the cards, and then when you're done, you can make a holder to keep them in. How cool is that? I love it. So fun. So simple. And these projects that I'm showing you do not require any special tools except for a ruler, a pencil, a paper cutter, because I cut these out with a regular paper cutter, and then whatever you want for embellishments and decorations. Let me show you some of what I have. I have some fairies. Fairy. I'm moving some over because I'm not going to use all of those colors. So I have, these are from an old pack that I had a long time ago of fairies, and I'm going to use these to make these one sheet wonders. I also have some stamps that I got from a card making magazine that have different sayings and things on them. The great news about stamps is you can mix and match them to whatever projects you're working on. They don't just have to be used with that. It's a great thing about crafts. Mix and match. Do what you like. What do I use to stick my stuff down? Some of the smaller stuff, I use my glue bottle with the fine tip needle applicators, just regular Elmer's glue. There are some brands out there that make good adhesives. They're costly. I just use dollar store white brand glue. Nothing fancy. The needle tip applicator really helps to make things stick well. And then the other thing is, for some of the embellishments, the bigger pieces, I use double-sided stick tape. And you can get that at the dollar store, or you can get it at the craft stores if you want the better quality. Sizzix also sells a really good roller of double-sided stick tape. But use what you have. Use glue sticks. Use whatever. If you're going to use glue sticks, be cautious on how much you use of the glue, because the glue sticks will make your paper curl. So you don't want to curl your paper. All right, so here's my card base. Later, I'm going to print out inserts for the cards with sayings on them, or I can just leave them blank and write right on these. It's the great thing about making cards, a one-sheet wonder packet, is the options are limitless. So this one-sheet wonder is a little bit bigger than the A2s, so I am going to have to do some trimming. Pardon me while I reach. Boarding house reach. My craft space has shrunk, so I don't have things as spread out as I used to, but that's okay. I love my small space. Who is here with me? Who is here with me? Say hello. If you're on YouTube with me, you should be able to go to the chat option and talk to me. I would love to hear from you. And if not, that's okay. I'll just talk to myself because, keeps me sane. So I'm cutting this to fit my card. I have this great butterfly. It's a fairy with flowers. I'm probably going to have to get up again because I forgot to get my box of scrap paper so that I can stamp on them to put on here, because I don't want to stamp right on this pretty flower. I don't think. If I turn it this way, I could stamp up top though. But the great thing is, one sheet wonders, there are so many options for how you mount them on the card. Let's see. I have some pretty green. Okay, I have this floral double-sided paper. I like the green because it matches my, and it's great. When you change your paper background with your colors, it completely changes how your papers look. Let me get some paper and show you the differences. I'm getting a pink paper. Well, I can put it right on the card. So there it is on the green, right? The green really pops. But if you put it on the pink, it's faded. Can you see that? And if you put it on a darker paper, let's see. Dark green. Black. You could do this. The great thing is you could do this on any color. Watch. Listen. Look. Light green. Dark green. Look at how different the same paper is with the different backgrounds. On the black. Blow my mind. Yep. Now I can't decide if I want the black or the green. I think I'll go with both. You know what? I have scraps. me get my scrap bucket of my dream box. I can go through here and pull whatever I want. I'm going to find my colored paper. Ooh, I could even put it on red. See what happens when I put it on red. All right, the box is on the floor because, you know, look at that. Oh, on the red. Okay, I think I'm going to use some of this red up. So first I'm going to clean it. Get rid of these. Okay. I'm going to mat this. And I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not even going to get super fancy with pencil marks. Sometimes I do. This is the most not OCD I get with my cards. I tend to pencil mark everything. Oh, look at that. Stress hiccup. I pencil mark them just so I have an idea of where it's got to go. But you don't have to. When you're using a die cut machine, they give me a heart attack because every time they're doing a craft, they have a tendency to just tear the paper. Okay, I can't tear paper. I save everything. Could you see me tearing paper? No. That's not true. I do tear paper. There's a really cool technique with a rough edge that is so pretty with tattered paper. But that's on purpose. I can't do it for... I can't. So I'm just kind of playing with it, looking for an idea. Okay, this is what I do on my Saturdays and my Fridays and my Thursdays. Friday, I game with the boys. We do tabletop gaming, and we will game in the living room so that I can craft while we play. On Mondays, we play board games, all kinds of different games, card games, board games, stuff like that. So I don't normally craft while we're gaming, but usually right afterward I do. So that's my mat piece. I don't even know how much is in these. The great thing about double-sided tape, you can be generous with it. It works really well. These cards are so much fun. I like making these. You can customize them to any occasion. You know, you can just, for $1 a card or 50 cents a card, you can make it your own. Really add some fun to it. Yep. And watch how many cards I get to make. Time check. It's 1:20. Now, had I not been talking to you for the first 15 minutes, I probably would have had a card already. That's okay. This sticker is old, but still very sticky. Doesn't want to come off the paper. But yeah, these cards are so fun because you can make them. You can make a whole bunch in a few hours and then have them. They make great bridal shower gifts. They make great birthday gifts for the person who has everything. Okay, you can't see that flower there under her. So I'm going to highlight it with a fine tip pen. Draw right on the sticker. But these bundles, so good. Because you can give them to anybody. Just a little something something to make the flowers stand out. I have some great crafts that are going to be coming up in the near future. I am so excited. I'm resurrecting an old craft that used to be done a lot during the Victorian era, that my mother actually did back in the 70s. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you. I have to wait for some special ink to come in that I bought for that. And I had the cutest interaction the other day. One of my drones texted me and found a slate painting. Don't know where it was found, but it was found, and they shared it with me. And I was so excited because I used to do slate painting. Random fact for you. My grandfather was a roofer and general contractor. And he used to do roofing when they did a lot of slate roofs. And when he would take the old roof off and replace the new one, he would recycle. See, you wonder where I get it from. He would recycle the slate. And so he would have stacks and stacks of slate. And he would let me pick through them and keep the ones I liked. And like every couple of weeks or every month for a good year or two, I would go over and get some slate and I would paint on the slate and make these really cute wall hangings or decorations. And I had them, I would use waterproof paints that once they dried, they were waterproof. And I would paint them up, give them away, or keep them. It was nice to see that people remember my slate painting. I haven't done that in so long. Trying to figure out what stamp I want to use. This is You Are Magical. For some reason, it turned all yellow. Doesn't fit. It doesn't fit unless I put it on a tag. Ooh, hey, there's an idea. Do I like it? No. Oh, I can do a birthday one. These are rubber stamps. Stuck. Oh, look, I snorted. These are rubber stamps. They store them on thick, heavy-duty, clear plastic so you can see what they are. But if you haven't used them yet, they stick very hard. They are meant to use on acrylic blocks. These blocks are great because they're gridded. You can line up your stamp on the grid so that you know it's straight. And then if you line up your edges on the you line up your edges to the edge of the card, then you know that it's going to fit. I'm debating how I want to do this. It doesn't fit that way, and I don't necessarily like it. You know what? Let's try it that way. It takes, so I goof around with my cards. I play with them. I don't rush. And because of that, it takes me a little while. But in one afternoon, you could totally make 14 cards. You could even make more if you're a fast crafter. I'm not. I get squirreled by everything all the time. Food. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I like food. I get squirreled by food. I get squirreled by people. This is even pressure on the stamp. And I wiggle it just a hair to get all the ink off the stamp without, you don't want to lift it, until you're done, because if you lift it and try to restamp it, it smudges. So that looks nice. But yeah. One Sheet Wonders. Yay. Nobody's talking to me. See, I get to have all these videos talking to myself, and everybody's like, why do you talk to yourself all the time? I don't know. Bluetooth is a wonderful thing. Why do you ask? Because I used to talk to myself. People thought I was crazy. But now I can just say, I'm on my Bluetooth. So there, card number 1, nice and simple. 1 sheet wonder and a sticker and a piece of scrap paper. And I have that cute little card. 1 down. Now on the inside, and you can use your printer and print it on printer paper, or cardstock. I prefer to print on cardstock because it's a stronger, better card for inking. And when you're gluing it down to the card. So, but you can on cardstock. I do it all the time. One of my projects coming up is going to be so exciting. I printed that on cardstock too. It's a print and cut. That's all I'm going to tell you for now. Let's see. Ooh, what do we want to do? See, the great thing too is if I want to, this is 2-sided paper. It's pink solid on one side and floral on the other. So I could on a, where's my darker card? I could layer it on a darker card. It gets lost. See the difference of pinks on pinks versus the pink on the other color? It really makes the cards pop. Let's go with the black. Do I have some black? I do. Let's see what we can use with these scraps. I like scraps. Saving paper, saving paper. Yep. Use some of that. So I'm trying to figure out what am I going to put with this piece of paper. Do I want it all the way on it? Or ooh, we'll do the babies. I can use all 4. This really is fun because your creativity comes out. Because you have a starting point, you know what you're doing, so it helps. Just line it up, clean it up a little bit. Make sure it's straight. Save that. So, let's see. My main crafting is paper. Lots and lots of paper products. I used to be a scrapbooker. I will be again because I have 12.5 boxes I need to sort and scrapbook. And I want to get it all chronicled and shared. Oops. Scrapbooking, card making. I've done some needle felting. Slate painting, like I told you. I'm a cross stitcher. I love cross stitch. I do counted cross stitch, not so mine's a lot of times the ones I have don't have the pattern on them. But Probably should have measured this better. Oh well. But I like arts and crafts. I like doing things with my hands. I used to play an instrument. I like to play with fire. Yep, all those things. And I work full time. Yep. I like my job. It's never dull. I get to talk to interesting people. I get to see interesting things and learn. I've learned so much. I used to drive them nuts because they would stop to have a discussion near my desk. I would literally roll out from my desk to be in better earshot of their conversation. And they'd be like, "What are you doing?" "Just listening." I like to learn. I like to hear and know. It's fun. I learned a lot that way. That looks odd. Ooh, it looks like photo film. The old movie strip. What do I put with this one? Do I have another fairy? Let's see. Ooh. Sit him on the strip. Can make her fly from the ceiling. Sayings. That one won't fit. I have flowers too. Look at all the flowers and leaves. Woohoo! I could ink these papers if I wanted. I showed some inking techniques before where you smudge it all with different colors. It's really cool. I don't feel like doing that today. I like the simple cards. I like them when they're not all busy. I like them simple. Ooh. So now I'm struggling. What do I want to put with this piece of... And where do I want to put it? I could just put it down the middle with a saying. I know what I can do. Another one is stuck to the plastic. Urgh. So worried I'm going to tear them, but man, they don't tear. Thank goodness. It's almost like they're glued on, but I know they're not. It's just really tight. I wonder if they are like melted on. It doesn't. The good news is I don't think these are going to go back on this after I'm done, because I think I'll just stick them in an envelope. I don't know. It's good to have the card because the back of the card shows you what the sayings are, but hopefully they come off a lot easier next time. I don't even think that one's going to stick. Oh, I have double-sided sticky tape. I'll make it stick. See? Squirrel. Squirrel. I just wanted to see if it would stick. It doesn't. That one is so old. I don't even know what happened to that one because I don't remember coloring that yellow. But it's all yellow. And it came off of this kit. Look, you get to sit and watch me struggle. Yay, the challenge is real. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Another nice simple card, but watch what I'm going to do. It's going to be so pretty. All right. Oh, look, I lost a bee. Oh, that's the bee for my business. Bee's knees. The bomb. Sided tape. So I had to laugh when I was doing the markings on the 12 by 12 paper to show you where to cut. I was holding the ruler down and drawing my lines, and I kept catching my fingernail. You got to see this. This is so funny. Where is it? It's not on this one. It's on the other one. I got better with this one. I kept catching my fingernail, and so I'd have this straight line, and then I'd have this bump that ran across it. Not quite a straight line, and it made me laugh because I remember my mother taking pictures, and in all of her pictures, she always had her fingerprint. Always, like all the good pictures of us had her finger in the way. It was so cute. And it dawned on me, where my mother always had her finger in the picture, I always have my finger in the lines. I think I'm just going to stamp that right on there. Gotta find my other piece of acrylic. What time is it? I got time to make another card. That seems to be consistent for me. I can make 2 or 3 cards in a sitting in an hour. More when I am not goofing off talking. And usually I will put music on and rock out. What kind of music do I like? I like all kinds of music. It depends on my mood. I listen to everything from, I listen to everything. This one has never been used, so I'm actually going to find a piece of scrap paper to stamp on first. To make sure that's, oh, there it is. That's got some good ink on it. I can see it. I'm going to still do it on scrap paper. That is not scrap. Pardon me while I lean over again. This is scrap. Oh, and look, I leaned into the ink pad. Yes. Always test it on a scrap paper first to make sure that you've got a good clean, especially if you haven't used them yet or in a while. Give it a good test before you do it to make sure that you've covered all of the area and surface that needs to make your impression. Just putting it in there. Fill. You can't even see it on these acrylics. It's so cool. I'm going to line up my lines. I have markers to help me. Do not lift it. Just kind of wiggle it a little with even pressure. Don't lift it and restamp. Look at that. See? Now watch what I'm going to do. All you need is faith, love, and a little bit of fairy dust. She lost her flower. I lost my tweezers. They're floating around somewhere. I'm going to put her here. I lost my tweezers. I'd lose my head if it wasn't tied on. It's a good thing I have my husband. He helps me find things when I lose them. Stuck to my finger, not the paper. That's why it helps to have tweezers. There we go. Look at that. Here's another one. Use Faithful and Fairy Dust with a little card. So that's 2 cards. The great news is you can cut these out, stick them in an envelope somewhere. If you don't want all the cards at one time, and you could be like, meh, you could cut them out and have them put aside. You know what's really good to do? Put them in, you get a little Pendaflex folder, right? Keep a tape runner in it, keep some stickers in it, keep some one-sheet wonders in it, and some card bases. And when this pandemic is over, when you're going to the doctors or you're going somewhere like the DMV and you have to wait, you could be crafting. You could take out your little box, your little Pendaflex folder there, and you could be making cards. Yep. And then finish them when you get home. I want to do a triangle, but I want to do it on that pretty green. I'm pretty sure this triangle is not going to fit this card. Oh, it does. Hey, that's one time. Look at how, see? Nice and simple. Do I want to put the green under it to separate it? Yeah, maybe. Let's get a sliver of green. Let's not cut the big paper just for a sliver. See if I have some green in my scrap box. I do. Look at that. I think I'll cut just a sliver off of this one. This is too big. Scare myself. That one's too small. Saving paper. Saving paper. Yeah. Keep that. I know I saw some more green. I want a soft green though. You can even mix and match your patterns. There's a lot of pads. Look at me locking you while I'm on the floor. There are so many. This is my scrap box of paper that I recycle and reuse. Yes. When I make mistakes, I throw them in here. When I make cards on the Cricut, I throw them in here because the Cricut machine will do something like this. It'll use a whole piece of paper and it'll, you know, you need a specific color. Ooh, let's try the Kelly. And this mint. See which one works. Paper everywhere, all over the floor. Nope, that's too minty. Ooh, that's dramatic. I like that. All right, so get rid of what I don't need. Hello, kitty kitty. I have this fabulous trash bucket. It makes me so happy. I found it at the craft store. Yep, the local one. I don't like the Paris on it. It says Paris, but it's got bees on it, and that makes me happy, happy, happy. Yep. And the bucket's great. I have it with a what I call an alligator clip hanging. I alligator clipped it to my desk to hang from the desk. So I have this great trash bucket that's not on the floor. I can just drop things in it. My pet Roomba can't eat it that way because he'll eat anything you let him. Stupid Roomba. He's funny. He's like a dog. We treat him like a dog. We're constantly yelling at him. Put that down. Cut it out. Leave it alone. Stop that. All those silly sayings. Because he gets into everything. He'll find a piece of paper and get it stuck somewhere. Yep, he will. He'll get string stuck up in him, and I gotta tell him to spit it out like a little kid. Spit it out, spit it out, leave it alone, drop it. Silly little Roomba. Always check your cards. If you have designed the insides first, or even if you haven't, make sure when you start crafting your card that you have it opening in the proper way, book style, or book or long way. Make sure you have your seam on the right edge. Otherwise, you'll put this beautiful card together, and then you'll get it, and you'll open it up, and the image will be on the wrong side. Been there, done that. So let's see if we can make this fit. Should fit. Should fit pretty well. It goes there. All right. So this does need to snip off it. So yeah, I have a Roomba. I got it for free. There's this great website. They do not have an app. They have a website, freecycle.org. There is a free cycle in almost every town or every area. And if people don't want things, they put them up and they tell you to come get them, or they will meet you someplace safe so that you can get them from them. I went to get a regular Dyson vacuum that this lady had and inherited a Roomba too, because she's like, oh, you need a vacuum? Well, here, take two. So I ended up with two vacuums. Yep. Hello, who's here? Oh, say hi, please. I like to know who's here. And I'm not just talking to myself. I got people watching. They're watching. I see people. I'm tired. I'm always tired. I'm extremely slap happy today. I have silly jokes. Don't remember them at the moment, but I do. Oh, wait, I got one. Here's a joke for you while I'm gluing this down. A church opens up in Las Vegas, and they start passing around their tithing basket to collect tithing from their members, right? Parishioners help support the church. They do that all the time, right? Well, they noticed that people were paying constantly by poker chips. So this basket would come around and there'd be very little cash and there'd be lots of poker chips. So they had to hire somebody special to take care of that because not everybody knew it. Guess what they hired? A chipmunk. Yep, that's me and my humor. I have all those tacky jokes. Let's see. Okay. Yep, I do. This little guy is so cute. I've been looking for an excuse to use these little stickers. Looks like he's sliding down that green thing. Where do I want to sit him? I want to sit him on there. Can I? I bet you I could ink him. I don't have a little teeny black ink pad, so I'm going to have to use this. I have a Sharpie. I don't know where it is. It's MIA at the moment. I'm just inking the edges a little of this guy because I want to use him as a... I can't get the edge. I want to put him on here, but I want him to pop. Let me get my Sharpie. I got a Sharpie, yes. So like 3 cards in an hour, right? That's 3 hours to create 14 cards that you can then gift to your friends and family or as a bundle pack for somebody you care about. Yep, it's great. And then they get your personal touch, and you can put anything you want on your cards. You can pick whatever kind of paper you want. Several of the craft stores sell seasonal paper. They also sell designer paper. Those are fun, but you can't always get the same designs year after year. I've noticed that papers are only out for a very short time for the designs. Solids you can get all the time. Yep, you can. So I'm just using a Sharpie because I don't have a mini ink pad in black to highlight the edge of this sticker. And I'm going to have to put something on the back of it. This sticker's not quite sticky, and not because of my fingers, but because it's an old sticker. I was hoarding it because I didn't know when to use it, and it dried out. Yay! So I think I'm going to add a little double-sided sticky to it. I have a feeling my other fairies didn't stick well either. She's doing okay. That one's coming up. So I kind of want to put him there. I feel like he gets lost though. But if I put him, you know what? I don't know. Now I don't like him on the card. I know what we'll do. I'll put him right there in the middle. I don't think he's going to stick. I'll have to keep an eye on him. Let's see. Trial and error. The good news is if you don't like a card, give it away. But if you don't like a card, don't make it again. Just find something else. We're going to move the words over here and see how that works. And I moved it. It's smudged. Yep. And it's crooked. Yep. That's okay. I can go over that with a pen, my fine point pen that I had somewhere. But at least now I know exactly where to write. You can copy it. Make it pop. It's pretty. I hope you guys had fun with me. I like sharing my crafts with people. Yep, I do. I don't think I'll ever be able to retire and become a crafter. Well, that's not true. Eventually, I'm going to retire. I don't think I'm going to make a business out of making YouTube videos. I would love to. I would love to have enough followers that I could work from home and just play with my craft box and my toys. Because, yep, you know, I might have aged, but I like my coloring stuff. Speaking of coloring, guess what I got? I'm so excited. I got the Colors of the World Crayola crayon set with 24 different skin tones. Shut up! It's the best. Yep, but I have to go back and get more. Why? Because, you know, I'm OCD and I got to keep one set that I don't wreck. And then I have to have the set that I color with so that I can have them, because that's kind of what I do. I love Crayola crayons. No, that is not a password. I love Crayola crayons. I love the smell of them. I love the feel of them. I love coloring with them. Yep. Always have, always will. My time is almost up. I'm not going to change my sweater like Mr. Rogers because I don't have to. I'm home and in my comfies. This pen is not playing nice. Little didn't show up at all. This pen is not meant for using with my freehand because it's from my Cricut. I don't think my other pens are as fine tip as this one is. I can't even see the E. All right. 2 minutes. Do you think I can get this written in 2 minutes? I don't. My pen has pretty much stopped writing. I give up. I think this pen is no good. Faith, love, and fairy dust. Faith, trust, and fairy dust, because, you know, why not? So that's going to go in the wash. The other one's going to go in the wash. They'll stick on my acrylic pad. So there you go. 3 cards in an hour with talking off of a one-sheet wonder. I hope that you guys try these. I hope I inspire somebody to craft, because crafting is good. Crafting is therapeutic, even when it doesn't work out. So there, one-sheet wonder. Here, let me clean it off so you can see. These are all the scraps that I can use to make more cards. I still have 11 more I can make. Right? 11 more cards. How awesome is that? Move this out of the way so you can see. So look at that. Isn't that awesome? One-sheet wonder cards. You too can make these. Crafting is very easy. Card making is very easy. I encourage you to try it. Or if you don't want to try it, encourage somebody else you know to try it. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun watching me with the one-sheet wonders. And on Tuesday, I'm going to show you how to make the storage envelope for keeping these in. So stay sweet and sweeten someone's day. Bye. Wait, that's better. Stay sweet, sweeten somebody's day. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Bye.